Well, good morning, friends and family. This is Wander here on day 82 of my Appalachian Trail journey. Brother John has just dropped me off here at Pine Grove, or it's not Snickers Gap, is it?
No, Snickers Gap.
Snickers Gap. Okay.
Pine Grove Road.
So it's about 6:14, quarter after 6. I've got either a 13, 19, or 20 mile day today, depending on how far I want to go. So I'm going to be finishing up the roller coaster, which it's taking me straight uphill here, and I'll be hiking down into Harper's Ferry, or pretty close to it. So let's get the show on the road, and I'll bring you back when there's stuff to see. Well, here is our first water crossing of the day. Again, it looks like it's a little more than usual. Comes down here, and see if I can get over here, and comes down up ahead there. So rock hop, get across, and continue on up the trail. All right, here we are at another water crossing, and I'm hiking with a new trail partner for the moment, and he's local. He says these water crossings, like I suspected, are a lot higher than they normally are because of the rains. So I was correct on that. But here's one that got across, rock hop across. There's plenty of rocks, so I don't think it'll be an issue. And so I'll see you on the other side. All right, this came out to a place called Raven's Rock Overlook. Sorry, I got a crumb down my throat. Quite the view up here. So here's another lookout point on Raven's Rock. Really see the distance. All right, I'm gonna keep going, and I'll catch you later on down the trail. All right, so this says, congratulations, you've reached the end of the roller coaster. I hope you enjoyed the ride. The curious thing is, this is not the top where I got to climb yet for this point. I still got a little more climbing to do, so I'm curious. That's why they say that's the end of the roller coaster. So I still got some little bit up yet to do, but I am glad to say that that's done. So throughout up to this point, my average speed has been just under 2 miles an hour because of the makeup of the roller coaster. So hopefully from this point on I can do a little faster. The sky's getting darker, and I hear wind starting to pick up in the trees. And the weather forecast says about 9 o'clock or so it's supposed to, the chance precip is supposed to peak. Then it's supposed to drop off and be partly sunny. So, you know how that's all going to work out. But, so I may get a little bit of rain today. Hopefully it doesn't slow me down too much. All right, sorry for the clickety-clack, but got no place to put my pole but hanging on my arm, and it beats against rocks. All right, coming up to a trail sign, Blackbird Trail Center. I've heard that's a nice place, 0.2 miles that way. Bear's Den, Ride Hauler Shelter, right behind me. Welcome to the Blackbird Trail Center. So, yeah, it's down there owned by the HCC, I think, but there's some comments on there that people just really loved it there. But that was a possible pickup point if I needed picked up. We drove by the road that leads up to it this morning on the way to the trailhead. But the weather's good, I'm making good time. Sun shining. The threat of rain has pretty much passed. So it's in the 70s, or at least it was earlier. Been So we've been following this, I was going to say following the stream, but the stream's been following the trail. Now we came to some boardwalks. Fortunately, these are drier than yesterday, so get a little more traction on them. Still don't go in a hurry, but it's quite marshy down this low level here. And then once I get past here, it looks like I'll start heading up again. Alright, that was that. Got some wet rocks they slip on. So here is the path to the David Lesser Shelter and a spring that way. And Appalachian Trail, north and south. Welcome to Virginia. Welcome to West Virginia. And I gotta cross this road. Anybody feel like playing Frogger? Well, Brother John just met me with some water and electrolytes. And there was another guy there doing trail magic who gave me an orange. He was also giving it water, but Johnny already had that covered. Oh wow. Kind of walking through these things here. So anyhow, back on the trail, I got another 6 miles and change to go. That'll take me to the bridge at the Potomac River in Harper's Ferry. And that'll be my day. Huh. Okay, this trail is kind of muddy. Hopefully we get some elevation here quick and get it dried out. Okay, look what I see. West Virginia, Virginia. All right, Virginia is done. Virginia is the longest trail, or longest state on the Appalachian Trail. Encompasses 1/4 of the entire trail. And I have finished it. I am now in West Virginia. So tonight, well, RV's been in West Virginia for a couple days now, but the rest of my hike will be West Virginia and north. But I think the trail in West Virginia is only like 3.5 miles. Then it crosses over into Maryland, which is not very long either before it crosses into Pennsylvania. And that's long. All right. Let's see what West Virginia looks like. Entering Harper's Ferry National Historical Park. I don't know what that means as far as what I will see different on the trail, but the trail hasn't been any different since going from Virginia to West Virginia in the last 1/4 mile or so. So let's see if the park makes a difference. I don't see anything yet, but who knows? Well, the ferns sure are growing up. Going in quite well. Here's a road sign. Keys get 4 miles. That's where I got water. Bowden Heights. Hello. Good. All right. The trail goes this way. Is that a tree down across the Well, looks like it. Well, I can't tell that people going that way or above it. I don't think they've gone under it, but I'm going to try this way. See if I can go in and out, in and under. So that worked, going under. Most people would not have been able to do that with a full backpack on unless they took it off and pushed it through ahead of them. I don't see any other tracks. That may be pretty new blowdown. I heard somebody say there was a new blowdown, but I don't know where it was at. And close to a shelter, but I don't know where there's any shelters around here. But anyhow, made it through fine. No difficulty. So let's continue going down the trail here. Just a note, the Far Out app shows me on a side trail, not the main trail they have marked, but you just seen that white blaze there, which tells me I'm on the AT. And eventually this side trail joins back up with the AT trail as indicated on the app. And the other thing is the Appalachian Trail has a, I won't just say distinctive look to it, but the way it's been maintained, and this has that same look to it. Now somebody painted over that white blaze and painted it black. That's the first time I've seen that. But I'm still following the same trail, looking to where it connects up to what the Far Out app says is the trail. I should be coming on it pretty quick here. Alright, so here's coming up on a double white blaze. So you got a trail junction where it turns. Then some fresh work done here, cutting logs. A lot of sawdust here, so this is relatively new. So the trail on the app that showed it was a different trail than the AT. When it got to the point where it joined up, there was no other trail there. So for whatever reason, the Far Out app has a wrong trail designated for the AT. So don't know how to fix that, but it's wrong. Because all the white blazes and all the trail construction is very distinct look into how the AT has been maintained everywhere I've been on this trail so far, over 1,000 miles. So this is Chestnut Hill Road, and we just cross right there and continue on our merry way. Okay, here's a picture of I think it's the Shannondoa River, running high because of the rains they've had lately. And I got to cross roadwalk that bridge over there. So, just came across this for all you waterfall lovers. Going down these rocks. Going down there and joining the river down there. Nice little picturesque thing. Now I gotta get down. Okay, pair of blazes. We got steps going down here. now we go under the road. We come back up the other side, and hopefully there's a pedestrian walkway. The way that traffic is, I really don't want to be walking with the traffic. As you can see, I got a walkway just to give you a view of this river. Like I said, I believe this is the Shannondoa River. Right now it's above flood stage. You can see those trees there. Alright, just crossed the bridge, came across this sign. Appalachian Trail, Conservancy, 0.4 miles. Appalachian Trail this way. So, the Conservancy is, the Appalachian Trail Conservancy has an office. Let me get out of the way here. Yeah, the Appalachian Trail Conservancy has an office here in Harper's Ferry. It's kind of the, not quite midpoint, but kind of midpoint on the trail. So they got an office here, so you go in there and sign in and get a bag tag, a new one, for the halfway point. But there's a side trail to it, so here's the cutoff if you want to go straight to the Appalachian Trail Visitor Center. You just go up this trail. Follow that blue blaze. Like I said, I've got other plans, so I'm gonna keep going on the regular AT and follow the white blazes. That there, I think is called Jefferson Rock. I think this is an old church. I'll find out down here in a second. They got a sign for it. St. John's Episcopal Church. Alright, let's keep going down. A lot of stuff up there. Alright.